Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alden from HarmoniousTwinFlameUnion.com, and it is the evening of January 30th, 2018. So I thought that I would do a lunar eclipse reading for the Twin Flame Collective, who is vibing into the harmonious union within, and this is such a great time to really allow that vibration to mature to a new level, to really feel what that means inwardly. I mean, this eclipse is so so centered around like the divine feminine or the motherly aspect of God, and while it's all inner, like I think that there's something about the feminine and the inner, going within. The moon series, which is retrograde right now, is conjunct the moon, and like considered very motherly, and yeah, I mean there's just a lot of that, and there's something else I was gonna say, but I don't know. I'm either have some allergies or I'm a little bit sick, so I'm a little bit extra spacey. I'm probably having some nice kind of vibe out of my reality really easily, so I'm thankful for that. And what I've been experiencing for myself is this this more deeply, I don't even want to say connected, because it's like it's way beyond connected. It's just this sense of you and your twin flame are one. So when you go searching for that love outside somewhere, you really can just bring it back within, because that's ultimately going to repel your twin flame from you when you're looking for them energetically on the outside. Like I had to heal some, I guess, I guess I could say like obsessive patterns about just liking some, like wanting to be romantically involved with someone, having someone like on my mind, and that being my twin flame, and just how like that actually feels really icky and really like outside of myself. And I didn't even realize that I still had this pattern, but it came up in a new and delightful way, and all I had to do was acknowledge that something in my outer reality was making me uncomfortable rather than ignoring it, and then this beautiful opportunity to heal this like pretty immense thing, this pattern that was just kind of something I defaulted to for various reasons, and releasing it. So this is these are ways to even go deeper with creating bigger container for all of the energy with you and your twin flame, and like really don't want to leak that energy because it doesn't feel good. And so healing everything is really like healing everything, like healing all your blocks to love is really where it's at. And so really going within when you and interrupting that pattern to kind of put the searchlight out for something out in the world, which doesn't really exist any more than anything in your within, anyway. And so yeah, then to kind of like balance out that feminine energy and the lunar eclipse and everything, it's in Leo, and Leo is a very, outwardly like um, fiery, representing the sun, um, more masculine, and really like shining bright, and so representing the sun and the moon at the same time there. And then also with Venus in Aquarius. And then what's cool is that Mercury is moving into Aquarius like right after the eclipse, which it's like, wow, could God have planned that any better? I don't think so. So it's like, I think like minutes afterwards at like 5 something, I think it's 5:38 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. And so Aquarius is very much about like universal awareness, collective consciousness, in a broad scheme, not necessarily in a warm, individualized, personal level, so much as more, outwardly, like seeing what you could conceive as a tangle, as chaos, and seeing the divine order that's orchestrated, everywhere. And I mean, even the symbol for Aquarius kind of demonstrates that. It's the water bearer, but it's an air sign, and it is very much about like, what's going on in the air. And so yeah, Venus is also in that sign, and so just being able to go really down and deep, but also to easily be able to tap into the highest vibe of the collective consciousness and take yourself there. So going deep and going high vibe become one and the same. Like totally, you have the potential to be really blissed out. And this isn't like some kind of a high or something. It's just an opportunity for you to enter a new level of love. And when this happens, then you have the ability to continue on this path, and that's really the choice that you're being presented with. I mean, of course, sometimes we're going to feel like differently than we feel other times, but once you're, attuned to a vibration, you can continue down the path of that vibration and, move yourself right along to, the next step. And it's just a divinely guided, very peaceful process. Yeah. So, okay, let's do the card reading. And I have my Angel Tarot deck here, and I am lounging on the couch, so it's a little bit cash for this reading. I just felt like the easiest way to make it happen, and sometimes something that's very like a big message and very formal in a certain way can present itself, however you choose. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It has to just adhere to your surrender to what feels good. So that's another thing I've been kind of coming into a realization about for myself, is how I really deeply cherish formality, which is something I never acknowledged about myself, and this is really coming up for me with the eclipse, and just the beauty of the dance, of the formal dance, but it's an energy. It's not like, I need to have a house carved out of crystals, although that could be pretty cool in a way, but I don't want just that. There's nothing on the outside that's gonna fulfill anything that I'm not recognizing and loving inwardly. So yeah, anyway, it's a little something that I've been working with, an exciting new just self-discovery, really. It's really great. It feels really good. Okay, so cut the cards here. Oh, I can show you the deck, while it's here, might as well. This is it, okay? And the artwork is by Steve A. Roberts. Trying to make a note to, always share the artwork. So hopefully you can see this. Sorry, the screen's a little bit blurry, not the best light. There, it's a little bit better. So 6 of water, okay? There's a little kid there. I definitely, I've pulled this card before in my readings. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So this is just an opportunity for you to really love the child within and to allow any wounds to heal, especially with that like kind of motherly energy. It's an opportunity to just give yourself full compassion for the child that may not have fully received, just being delighted in. And so to really delight in yourself during this time is really appropriate and not selfish in like a negative way at all. It's just a great way to help heal and put the sparkle back in your heart where it belongs, in those places. So that's really what I get from this card, and the 6 of water too. So just the ability to go deep and to communicate again, both outwardly with the universal collective consciousness and that high vibe, and also take it down into the childhood you, and giving yourself all the love and receiving it. So awesome, perfect. Then we've got balance, number 14. It feels good to pull this card. It definitely is a grounding card to pull right now, because there's so much energy with the eclipse, and so this is a great reminder to ground that energy. And it's not about like sticking your stake in the ground or whatever, but like just remember that there is a natural balance, and just like breathe into it, really. Allow it to ebb and flow. Just allow it to sink in, allow it to come to you. And it says, the need for more balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. And it's Archangel Zadkiel. And I really love how this Archangel is, like, the colors are so beautiful. They're a little bit on the darker side here, but it's like that blue-purple kind of creating an indigo vibe with that bright yellow halo-y light in the background. And just, a reminder to take this energy from the eclipse and to really harness it, like that it's big and it's amazing, but again, it's not like a high that you need to like come down from, but you also don't have to like do anything to maintain a specific feeling. Like, you're bound to have different emotions and different feelings at any given time, that are perfectly aligned for you and for your soul, and creating the ability for you to have a choice to, again, like continue on your path. And so yeah, it's like you can perfectly pour that that liquid, if you will, from one cup thingy to another, like effortlessly, like it's all one. So I don't know, there's just something really soothing about that. Like if you've ever practiced juggling, or even just like pouring stuff back and forth. I'm trying to think of an example, but even like watering the garden or something, even though you're not like putting it back into the other container, I guess you're putting it into the ground, the water. But there's just something really soothing about that to me, about that energy and your ability to just bring it where it wants to go effortlessly, without control. So awesome. And Justice, Archangel Rigel. Another very, like, both of these cards are so like Libra, like very like balancing, and I mean the scales right here kind of says it all. Although there's also a sword. And fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Yeah, this is a time for many, maybe in the recent past or the future. It's like, what do I stand for, and am I sacrificing something by honoring my highest self? And of course the answer is no. So if you're even questioning that, then wouldn't even bother, wasting your questioning abilities on that one. But if there's something, that you're doing that just is like very, I guess, like going against the status quo of what is generally accepted as like a loving action in your outward environment, like maybe towards your family, even towards yourself, whatever it is, if you are doing it in alignment and it really, feels like an unblocked, high vibe thing to do, then you just do it and you don't worry, and you'll find that there's way less for you to defend. You can just do what you're doing. You don't have to accept attack or naysaying from anyone. Of course, if messages come in and somehow they resonate for you from someone, then you can see how and what that's bringing up. But you can always find divine comfort in the awesome fact that attack is not real. And so, justice does reign supreme. You don't have to exert yourself to get the world to align to what you believe to be just. You do the inner work, and the outward actions stem naturally from that place. So this is a great very different example of not leaking your energy here. And so just like allowing things to fall into place, and not acting out of a place of any kind of revenge, spite, or even again what you think you should do to love someone. And I'll once again reference Course in Miracles, so you can go back to the special sorry the special relationships section. I forget which chapter it is right now. Could be 6. And it's really one great encompassing teaching. Like nothing is quite like it. And you can see from there how to really hone in on loving everyone and loving yourself and not leaking your energy there. So, no, this is, okay, there we go. Computer fell asleep. So anyway, yeah, that's this card, and in number 8, so the infinity symbol too, and just like taking, not putting any blocks on yourself, like, oh, I can't do this because I have to listen to my parents, or I don't know, whatever it is. Remember that, like, you are an infinitely powerful being, in your own unique, special way, that becomes clear in your relationship with the divine. So that's it's to me much more important to honor that than it is to honor anyone or anything that falls outside of that, especially once I become aware of it. So there you go. And I think we'll do one more card. This is, ooh, nice. We got one for, really for, twin flame union here, which is always, nice sign. So it says 2 of water, and we've got some interesting looking mermaids there. I guess they're mermaids. Anyway, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So yeah, any conflict that you have is really a conflict with the divine, and can be resolved, ultimately by forgiving and loving and believing in resolution. So really just having surrendered faith to like the law of attraction, and to your perfect union, to everything playing out harmoniously, synchronistically, and perfectly for you. Surrendering to that can really bring you deeper and more just intimately one with your twin flame, no matter where you're at with them in the 3D. The 3D is very important, don't get me wrong. 5D, 3D, lots of D's. Okay. Yeah, I think that's like, it's pretty self-explanatory, this one. It's a really awesome card, and it's really cool to get that, along with the 6 of water, and with the inner child and loving the inner child, and that, really helping to deepen your relationship, and 2 being, of course, the union number, and water represented both. And then we have 2 archangel cards that were also pulled with somewhat similar yet unique themes. So that is it. And then I wanted to also do a crystal meditation, and what I pulled for us is my strawberry quartz crystal, which is right here. I got this in Mount Shasta, like, I don't know, a couple years ago or so, and it's very good for healing the divine mother within, and strengthening your relationship with God, with Mother God, with Father God. Really, by strengthening your relationship with Mother God, you're strengthening your relationship with Father God, because it's all, God is all one, and so one flame. And this is like a really sweet crystal. It's called strawberry quartz, and I don't know about you, but I love strawberries. So anyway, we're gonna meditate on this. I'm gonna hold it for us, And you can go ahead and close your eyes or do whatever it is that you do to receive the healing energy just in the perfect way that that's just right for you at this time. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do this. There, that feels, no, that feels weird. That feels good. All right, so here we go. I hope you enjoyed that. So thank you for the strawberry crystal. I'm very grateful for it. And strawberry quartz. I hope that you enjoyed that and received healing benefit from it for your heart, for your whole being. And I hope that you get to see the eclipse from wherever you are. I know I will be waking up early tomorrow morning to go and teach, so I will get a glimpse of it as long as it's not covered over by some clouds. And yeah, also that's the thing I wanted to say. If you want to go back to, whatever was happening for you with the Leo solar eclipse back on August 21st, and then before that there was another lunar eclipse, in that August of 2017, the most recent August there was, about 6 months ago. You will probably find that there is some kind of a theme that has matured, some energy that you were like tasting, tapping into, and is coming to fruition. So it's a great thing to hone in on, pay attention to nurture, and to love, honor, and celebrate. Celebrate. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so I hope that you really enjoyed this reading and crystal meditation healing, and happy lunar eclipse to everyone. Love you guys. Have a great time with the moon. Bye.